All right, it's already a party here in the Idaho Today studios. That's because we're super excited. This Friday is the Scentsy Rock-a-thon. It's an amazing event with the proceeds benefiting the Idaho Youth Ranch. And we're joined right now by Kelli Floto from Scentsy and Liz Sheahan from the Idaho Youth Ranch to tell us more about this really great event. Kelli, we're so bubbly. We're excited because there's a lot of planning that goes behind this. And this is something that I know Scentsy is so invested in each and every year. Many viewers, you already know what we're talking about. You go driving down Eagle Road and you see all of those rocking chairs lining the sidewalk, and people are just, you know, rocking away. Horns are honking. People are holding up signs. We're getting attention, raising awareness, and raising funds for a very important cause this year, which is the Idaho Youth Ranch. And I cannot wait to talk to you a little more about the Youth Ranch and the difference it makes here in the community. But first, the Rock-a-thon. So we have volunteers signed up to rock.
Yes.
Do you still need volunteers?
Always. Yeah,
Okay.
we still need volunteers, and we leave about 8 chairs open throughout the day for walk-ins, for people that didn't see a sign up and just drive by and want to come participate.
Oh, seriously?
We will find something for everybody to do.
So you could be one of those cars driving down the road honking and going, you know what? I got some time to kill.
Yes.
I'm going to go do that.
Come on down.
Brilliant. Okay, so in addition to rocking, though, too, there's also the food truck rally in the Scentsy Commons parking lot. Let's talk a bit about some of those food trucks.
Yes. There's going to be 20 food trucks there all day.
Wow.
We've got everything: pizza, hamburgers, sushi, kettle corn, ice cream. You want it, it's there.
Okay, so families, don't worry about cooking dinner or planning your lunch. Just spend the day at the Scentsy Commons, because all the proceeds from the things that you buy in those food trucks also go back to the great cause of the Idaho Youth Ranch. Really quick, before we get to the Youth Ranch for this year, Scentsy's made a great impact globally, because you are a global company, though we are lucky to have your headquarters here in the Treasure Valley. Tell us the impact that you've made for nonprofits around the world, but in particular also here in Idaho.
Yeah, so we are a global company. So collectively, we've donated over $16.5 million to nonprofits all over the world. But the Rock-a-thon specifically, we've donated about $2.5 million over the last 9 years. So we're excited for our 10th year with Idaho Youth Ranch.
Yes, and the Idaho Youth Ranch, I think sometimes viewers, when they hear the name Idaho Youth Ranch, they go, oh yes, I thrift there, right? And so we're familiar with the thrift stores, but those thrift stores are also raising funds for an incredibly important cause, and that is to support the many programs and services that you provide to our community for our at-risk youth. I know you have the Hayes House, you have the Safe Place program, but most importantly, you are working on a Center for Healing and Resilience. For those who are hearing this for the first time, help us understand what makes this center so profound, so important for the future of Idaho.
Well, interestingly, sadly actually, Idaho's youth are some of the most traumatized youth in the nation. So only 4 states in the United States have a higher incidence of trauma, for childhood trauma. And so the need for this is really big. So for many years, if you were a youth who needed treatment, the answer was to go out of state. And so building this residential center for healing and resilience, which is out between Caldwell and Middleton, is allowing those youth to get treatment close to home where their families can be involved, which is a huge factor in their success.
Absolutely. You know, I've had the honor of working closely with your organization for a while, and just hearing those numbers as a parent in particular has just been heart-wrenching. And when you hear the stories of what a lot of our youth has gone through, like you're mentioning, having to go out of state for help, and then being separated from their families to only return again to a community or a situation that just feeds that trauma once again, it just creates this pattern that's hard to break out of. So this center, like you're saying, is this opportunity for that pattern to be broken, and not only for the youth to heal, but the community and the family members that support that youth to be along with them on that journey for real healing to happen, right?
Exactly, exactly, because together they're going to be much more successful than a youth learning those tools on their own. So having their family there to support them, returning to the community where they've already developed those incredible support systems, and which happens throughout their treatment as well. They're getting connected.
Yes.
So it's that continuity is huge.
And this center is gorgeous. I mean, it's amazing to see what you're going to be developing out there, and you are developing. And the equine therapy, we hear time and time again how beneficial and impactful it is, and the success stories that we hear coming out of it. I know that's just a part, one of the many things that that center is going to offer and is currently offering to our youth. So please come out out, you can help support this incredibly important cause by participating in the Scentsy Rock-a-thon. So again, where do people go for more information so they can volunteer and sign up? Or, hey, just plan on doing a drive-by and stopping in.
ScentsyRock-a-thon.com.
Okay, ScentsyRock-a-thon.com. And the fireworks.
Yes,
What
fireworks,
time?
9 p.m. You got to see the fireworks.
9 p.m. the fireworks. Park where you can.
Yeah.
Cross the road carefully and responsibly. Plan to have a meal. Show up early, right? So you're not rushed. Get your food, sit down, enjoy the fireworks. And where can people go to learn more about Idaho Youth Ranch?
Youthranch.org.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. Greatly appreciate the positive impact you're making here in the community. And thank you for everything Scentsy always does for our nonprofits. Really appreciate it. Everyone stick around. We got a lot more to come right here on Idaho Today, right after the break, including celebrating the Boise Pride Festival that's coming up this weekend. Stick around.